Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Bernie here, back at you again with yet another video. Today what we got to discuss is some more LeBron James news. And if you guys don't know, Jordan Clarkson has come out and said something very interesting out in the news. And he said that Laker players talk to each other about LeBron James joining them. Of course, it's interesting to think that LeBron James has narrowed down his choices to where he wants to play. Of course, Philly, LA is in the discussion. I think the Houston Rockets are also in the discussion. So there's a lot of teams now in this discussion of LeBron James' short list of who he would want to play. And of course, Cleveland's in there as well. Jordan Clarkson has talked about what his other teammates, because he just recently got traded from the Lakers to Cleveland just before the trade deadline. Pretty weird to think that he was just with the Lakers talking about, oh, it'd be so cool if LeBron came and played with us. You kind of see why, because the way that the Lakers have been playing right now with the winning streak that they've been going on, even though their last win was a little bit controversial against the Magic and the NBA has come out and said that the refs screwed it up, it's still crazy to think that they had done so well up to this point, how they've gotten out of this kind of, I don't want to use like a soccer term, relegation, but they've been doing really well where they don't have to be in jeopardy of losing their pick this year to the Boston Celtics because of that trade with Philadelphia at the beginning of the draft. But the Lakers are looking like they're in a great position. Brandon Ingram has improved. Lonzo Ball has definitely improved to show that he can play like alongside LeBron James. So to me, with the pieces around him, with Kyle Kuzma, with Brandon Ingram, with Julius Randle if he stays the course, this team is actually looking pretty good, and I think I could potentially see the Lakers being chosen over the other teams. I think a lot of people have made the case that against Philly and against Houston, I think Houston, they would have to lose a lot of the bench players, and they probably would not be able to sign or re-sign Clint Capella, which would be a huge blow to them. And for Philly, no one on that team can really shoot except for JJ Redick, but he's only on a one-year contract, so you're not really going to keep him. Ben Simmons is too LeBron-like to me to where I don't think those two could really mesh well, even though it'd be nice to have like two LeBron Jameses. I don't think that their chemistry really meshes well together. This is interesting to me how Jordan Clarkson basically came out and said that we've been talking about it. So hopefully the Lakers don't get fined. Hopefully Magic Johnson doesn't get fined again, because this isn't really on him. This is on Clarkson. I don't know if there's going to be a new rule in place. I think there should be a little bit, just because you don't want players to kind of reveal plans of what the team is doing, because then it puts the team or the organization in a bad spot to be like, oh, you know, we didn't say this publicly. The players have just been talking about it. But if the NBA is kind of like, well, I feel like the Lakers were putting it out there to the players that we could sign LeBron James, so we're going to find the team. I think that the NBA should probably make it a rule, or like try to limit how much players can talk about future stuff, or just even like explain to the media like, hey, please don't ask about other teams when you're discussing the team that you are talking to. So if you're like a Lakers press conference person, we don't want you talking about Cleveland unless you're playing Cleveland, which they're going to this Sunday. But that's pretty much it for that news. I think it's very interesting that we could potentially see LeBron James being discussed in Lakers locker rooms, and we could potentially see him play with Kuzma and Lonzo Ball. And to move on to other news, we got Draymond Green trying to start a beef again with James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Draymond Green thinks that Anthony Davis should be edging out James Harden for the MVP discussion. To many people's opinions, it's James Harden right now that's leading the MVP race, and I think it is. And he's been duped out of it for at least two of them. I think he should have won last year, even though Russell Westbrook had a great season. And I know the triple-double means a lot, but I think James Harden just played out of his mind and played so well. And he's doing it again this year just to prove that he's not like a one-hit wonder. Going back to it, Draymond Green says that he's more impressed with how the Pelicans are playing. And to me, the Pelicans are they're 38-26 and they're in fourth place. But to me, James Harden has carried the Rockets team along with Chris Paul. They've been carrying them to 51 wins compared to 38, where there's not even much separation between the number 4 seed and the number 7 seed. Teams that are just, you know, 1 or 2 wins off, or 1 or 2 wins or 1 or 2 losses off from each other. To me, honestly, I think that we're going to be seeing James Harden win the MVP. I know Draymond Green and the rest of the Warriors want to start a little bit of drama, because I think they're actually, I don't know if they're scared, but they're definitely worried about this Houston Rockets team, especially if they can become clutch, because they added Chris Paul, and a lot of us, you know, question, especially myself, not Pete, but myself, I was questioning whether or not the chemistry could work between the two players, because they're so ball-centric players, but it's working pretty well, and they're proving everyone wrong right now, which is good news, because I think what it does is that it adds more competition to an already stacked, it just adds competition to what I believe was a very two-horse race. Now there's another team that could be potentially vying to dethrone the Warriors. So we're going to be seeing the Rockets really get in there, because, you know, we talked about Clint Capella already having beef with or Kevin Durant saying that Clint Capella was talking crap when Clint Capella said that they can beat the Warriors. I'm going to be very excited when those two meet. Hopefully they meet in the Western Conference Finals, because I think that's going to be a ratings drawer right there. And the NBA is, I'm pretty sure, if I'm the NBA, I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that those two teams are meeting up in the Western Conference Finals to meet up to play either the Cavs or Boston or the Raptors even. This is just the Warriors, you know, trying to slide the Rockets from really doing anything, or they're trying to make sure that they're being discredited because they're scared of the Rockets. I think they are scared of the Rockets, and we're seeing that for sure. And in other news, Chris Bosh is searching for the feeling he once had as an NBA star. Of course, Chris Bosh had a blood clot in his lung, so of course that forced him to stop playing for a year, and then it found out that it kept growing, so he had to stop playing for a very long time. Right now he's in the midst of trying to come back to play in the NBA, and I'm praying that he's able to play again, because when you're at the cream of the crop, or when you're the top echelons of your position, and then you find out that it's an injury that you can't really recover from as easily because it's a blood clot, I'm hoping that Chris Bosh can come back from it, because he was a good player and he was an instrumental part to the Heat winning their championships. I know a lot of people like to blame Bosh for some of the Heat's struggles, but at the same time, you can't blame him for everything. He did what he did. He improved his role. He changed his role, really, because, he was more of a mid-range shooter, but then he came out and was scoring less than 20 points a game. So he really did and sacrificed a lot for this team, and I hope that he's able to play again, because I think he's, in this day and age, I think he's the perfect center power forward to play in this NBA league. Chris Bosh, I'm rooting for you. Hopefully you get another chance to prove that you are still an all-star NBA player. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you again for all the subscriptions, all the likes, all the love that you're showing to the channel. I appreciate you guys. We've been doing so much for the channel, so I just want to let you know and just take my time out to thank you guys for it. And also to let you know that on Twitch, we're doing a live stream of all the tournaments. If you type in Fusion Corp all together, you should be able to find the channel, and that'll just let you know that we're going to be live streaming all the tournament games for college, and we're also going to be doing some for the college basketball tournament. So I just want to let you guys know that Fusion Corp is the name. Make sure to check out the live stream there. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Bernie here at Fusion Corp. Thanks again for everything, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.